Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
And welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. My name is Jeremy. I'm playing Ken Costigan, a heavy marine, in this one-shot series for Cosmic Patrol.
This is Johnny, and I'm playing Keel, the Moon Man.
This is Jeff, and I'm playing Isaac and Delta Zed, Wounded Kid and Robot.
This is Mike, and I'm playing Thogar, the Red Amazon from Mars.
And I'm Jordan, and I am the lead narrator for this session. Man, it's been a lot of fun so far. You have not yet docked onto the actual comic, so that caused some trouble. So as we left off, Ken has been very busy trying to blast these, the killbot. Ken, so what do you want to do?
I'm going to shoot it again.
Shoot it hard. Shoot. This killbot is hard to kill. Right?
With 5.
4!
Yes!
Yay! You shoot the killbot.
Boom.
And you do what, 4 damage?
4 damage.
That means now it takes a -1 to its combat rolls, which is going to help you all out a lot, probably. Alright. It hasn't taken a turn for a while.
No, it really hasn't.
It sees
It's been getting kicked around the ship.
It sees another robot standing right next to it. So he's going to try and buzzsaw your robot at the knees, Isaac.
So I'm rolling my brawn.
You're rolling your combat.
My combat.
Yes. 4. I rolled an 8. So that means your robot takes, or you take 4 damage off your armor. Now it is Keel's turn.
It's a long shot, but I'm going to try it. I want to see if I can sense any mines on...
I'm wondering why you haven't tried this before.
Because it's a long shot. I mean, it's a comic.
Okay, go ahead.
5.
You are not me.
You try and send something, and all you get is static. Just like...
Well, that's different.
It's like a shh, like kind of like the static you're seeing on the readouts.
Yeah.
But just one long burst.
That's different.
It's something, but it wasn't what you were expecting.
Yeah.
Isaac, Kid Genius.
I'm gonna claw it.
You're going to claw it. Okay. You're gonna,
It looks like a giant crab claw.
so you're going to try and crush it between the
Yes.
claw?
Pincer it to death.
4. 3. So, Jeff, you get to hit it. So you do what?
4 damage.
All right. It is knocked out.
Nice.
It's not killed, but it is knocked out.
I guess I claw it again till it can't
Okay.
get up again.
So you're just like, die, die, die!
Well, yeah, I want to make sure that it's not gonna do any more damage.
I understand. Thorgar.
Well, as long as Isaac's not in the way or his robot in the way, I'm going to just take a overhead downward swing. Just kind of battle yell right down into its
Okay, you managed to do that.
skullature.
And we'll say that for all intents and purposes, the killbot is killed.
Alright, now I'm gonna take my drilling Atomo laser and try and weld these things into place.
Okay. Go ahead and...
I was going to say, I hope you have a welding thing on torch on your robot.
Brawn.
Brawn. Yeah.
So 2d12.
18.
13. You succeed.
Yay.
So
Welded
you
into place.
so you weld into place.
It's really talented.
Yeah.
Welding with the drilling laser.
Just gotta move at the right pace.
Yeah.
Just gotta move at the right pace.
So we're not losing O2 anymore.
Correct.
Good.
Ken, do you have anything you want to do?
I'm going to say, alright, things are dead. No one's manning the cockpit guns. And I run back to the gun.
Go ahead and roll brawn for running. Just we'll see if you can get there in one turn.
Okay. Oh, doesn't look good for me. Oh, come on. 11.
15.
I was 1 off from my luck.
It's going to take you a little while to get up there, but you're going to get up there by the end of next turn.
Okay.
All right, Pilot, you still have 2 shots to...
15.
You succeed. All right, 1 more success.
17. Oh no, that's right. Lucky.
Automatically succeed.
Yay!
I would have got a 7 anyway, so... All right, congratulations.
And the tide has turned.
We're parallel with it.
Yes, you are now parallel with it, and now you have to be able to land.
Except for airlock doors are broken.
Yeah.
Yes. You can't open the door now.
Alright, I'm gonna go back over to the airlock, the interior airlock, and try and push it closed. I mean, you shot the control and then forced it open, right?
Well, yes, and then the glass that was around the frame of the door broke. So you can shut the frame; it'll still be open.
Okay, so the door that you broke to get into the room is the door to the room itself from the ship. Then there's the airlock on the opposite, like I'm picturing on the outside of the ship, obviously.
Most likely, what happened was the comet projectile. We don't know what it was yet. Hit the wall to the side of the main airlock. A piece of it broke off and flew through and hit the inner door. And that's what caused the breakage. Just to go back and retcon how the doors were broken. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
So we'll bulkhead it off, and then once we get out, we can seal it back up, and you can repressurize it, and then we can deal with that later.
So 2 questions.
Yes.
How close are we to the comet? Do we have grappling guns?
You are above the comet. We'll say that you're about 10 kilometers. So pretty close, all things considered.
Space turned very close.
Yes.
Yeah. People terms, not so much.
Yeah, but you now that you're like matching speed with it, it's going to be a lot easier to land on the comet because that's something that you have to do.
Relative velocity.
Yeah. So, do we want to let Keel keep on trucking in terms of making these pilot rolls to land on the comet?
I feel it's the best thing to do. He seems the best suited to do that and the least well suited to do what we're about to do. So.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and make your landing rolls?
Sure.
Oh, we're landing the ship.
Yes.
It's the safest way to get out. If I fail, you can still jump.
Because, like, if you go to get out of the ship, you jump out and you lose the it just goes and you're just left behind. Just
We're doing space with gravity in it.
10? Oh.
12.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh no, there's something. You go to land and you get a little spooked because it looks like things are going a little too fast.
Yeah, I'm not a pilot, so.
So you lay a little heavy on the gas and you float a little bit above. Okay, well, we'll try this again.
Ken gets on the comms. Brace for impact. Question mark? 8.
And
All right.
Plot point.
Ken gets on the comms. Brace for impact.
How long is our grapple gun that we have? Our tether?
spend a plot point and tell me.
Space anchor?
Exactly. Space anchor. Let's see.
I'm envisioning like this like targeting launching, platform.
And it just shoots like
It just says space anchor on it.
It's like a harpoon.
Exactly. It shoots a harpoon, but it's labeled space anchor.
Spanker.
Perfect. All right. Since this is space, I'm going to say it's 15 kilometers long. Double cable on it.
You broke Jeff.
He currently has his head like completely against
So, as long as we are within 15 kilometers of it, we can shoot the spanker.
Proceed with shooting the spanker.
Well, that would be him because he's
Yeah, so
he came back up to man the gun. So.
Oh, okay.
Deploy the spanker.
Yes. We're not going to be able to say spanker without actually laughing, so let's just
Release the spanker.
we'll go ahead and lock it in with space anchoring and keep it there. All right. So who is going to release the space anchor?
Apparently, that's my character.
All right, Ken. Let's see how you do releasing the space anchor.
So Ken gets on comms. Is like, everybody, hold tight. Firing off the space anchor.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What should I roll for that?
Sounds like a brains roll, more like something that you're
Okay, brains.
because you're working the machinery. You're trying to get that taken care of.
Oh boy. With a 12.
Your first shot misses. So what I'm imagining is it shoots off like with this super strong tensile microfiber cable. Mm-hmm. It's just a little too high, but so it reaches the end of its tether and then it automatically retracts.
Apparently, we are a little bit farther away than your calculations suggested, Moon Man.
Okay, I'll get us closer.
Too close.
The tether's plenty long enough. But you just can't aim that well. 14 for getting closer.
9. You manage to maneuver to a closer proximity.
Gets closer. Can't land the ship. Moon Man.
Are you a pilot?
Martian Amazons laugh at the puniness of Moonman. Anyway.
Second shot for the space anchor. With a 12 again. The same exact roll.
Space anchors away, my friend. 19.
So how far? We were 10 kilometers before. How far away are we now that we're closer?
I'd say 7.
You two were all suited up already, right?
I'm thinking about riding the space anchor.
And just leaping from the end of it.
Not even leaping, just letting go.
That's what I mean.
There could be a splat at the end of that.
I mean,
It's a 15 kilometer tether on that
So
anchor.
Thogar is gonna tap the human on the shoulder and just kind of, excuse me, take a shot at it.
Okay, go ahead.
9.
7.
oh,
Dice don't lie.
So, as we're all kind of standing there looking through the viewport at where we're anchored, I'm gonna lean over to Ken and be like, stick to shooting.
All right. You feel the tug of the ship down as it winches in the cable. So if you want to go ahead and make another piloting roll, I'll give you a +2 bonus on that.
17.
8. You managed to successfully dock on the ship. And so you land on the fins.
Sorry, I just all of a sudden saw the Futurama ship landing.
Yep. the Futurama ship does look a lot like this.
Yeah.
Such a good show. All hail Hypnotoad. Okay. So if you go to the EVA room, which is in the middle of the ship, the door will open and there will be this ladder. The way that it works is that there's a ladder that's welded onto the outside of the frame.
Okay.
So who wants to... 3 hands went up. The Moon Man decides he wants to split the
I'm
party.
going to contemplate the signal that we got.
Alright, you want to try and figure out the signal from the ship.
Yes. I want to use my eyes and ears that are the robot.
I would like to pick up a rifle.
You would like to pick up a rifle?
Yes. So I can hit things.
What's your damage on your rifle, Jeremy?
4.
4. Okay, so it's the same as your axe, but
Just has range.
But yeah, range.
range weapons are good. Range is nice.
Yeah, we've encountered not having ranged weapons before.
Is it what kind of rifle was it?
Mark II Dark Plasmic Rifle. And then I have something else which I can only assume is like brass knuckles.
What's it called?
Dudomatic Microblast.
Dudomatic.
It sounds like almost a small pistol. Does it have any kind of range to it?
Yeah, okay for close, -3 for near, and nothing for far.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Maybe a little holdout pistol.
Yeah, hold out blaster type of thing.
Or like taser brass knuckles.
That would hurt. You get down to the surface of the comet. When you get to the ground, what does it feel like?
oh, it's all sticky.
It's a frozen tundra.
Is it ice, water ice, or is it like some other kind of...
It's like ice and rock, and in the distance there is a tower of some unknown material, maybe metal, maybe rock.
The ice is purple,
The ice is purple.
and it's putting off this faint glow.
Okay.
And there's a mist around our feet.
Liquid
Way to
nitrogen.
specify.
Yeah.
Fog.
Think Empire.
Like Dagobah.
Nah, more like the space worm. Somehow I think of like Armageddon when they're on the comet. Like it's all just like very jagged landscape, you know, and
Very evil Dr. Seuss looking.
yeah.
Evil Dr. Seuss. When you walk, does the fog like push away from your feet, or would it like actually like engulf your feet?
No, you push it away
Okay.
like a vapor.
So you can kind of see the quote-unquote ground as you walk a little bit, and then it obscures again. So you're only able to do like a few moments of investigation to see what's going on with the surface of it before you actually start getting a radiation notification, like going off in your robot cockpit.
Delta Zed, what's going on?
Well, it seems that there is an excess of radiation.
From the comet?
No, from the sun.
From the sun. We're getting close to that, aren't we?
We are only 0.6 AU from the sun.
Oops.
We gotta take care of this quick, or else we're getting toasted. Like, beyond well done. I'm power up my drilling automo laser.
Okay.
Start boring us out a hole.
So,
You don't want to pursue the structure in hopes that it might have an elevator.
Did we see a structure?
Yes.
Oh, well then I'm drilling into the structure.
Well, you have to get to the structure. But yeah.
Opening it up.
so the tower is, in terms of the comet, I'm imagining it's no larger than 20 kilometers before you hit the horizon. So it's about, we'll say 12 kilometers from where you are. It's big, you can see it from a distance, but you know the horizon's not very far away.
Right.
There's no atmosphere to really obscure it because everything is close to the ground. So it shouldn't take you too terribly long to get there.
Those of us with longer strides will probably get there first.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like the boy and the robot and the
Amazonian.
Amazonian?
Ken says, I don't know what you're talking about. Marines get it done. And it just starts.
Space running.
That's true. It's a low gravity planetoid.
So you go ahead and you reach the tunnel or the tower.
The tunnel.
Tell me one thing that you notice about the tower as you come closer to it.
It's made of some kind of crystalline structure.
Is this planetoid made of kryptonite?
There are pockets of the crystal that seem to be glowing and dimming at a regular interval.
Okay. Do you see anything on the sensors about the tower, or
I definitely want to try and probe it and see if I sense anybody.
Scene is definitely
23.
approaching Feeder.
Yeah. Like even the same sounds. and
I got a 23.
okay? And I got a 9. It seems like you can't sense anything that you would recognize as a sentience, but it seems to be where that static was coming from earlier.
Coming from the tower. And the tower is different than the antenna on the back.
Yes.
Okay. I radio them, say, the tower is where our troubles are.
All right. Now, as you are coming closer, you don't see any noticeable entrance on your side. So what do you want to do?
Drill into it.
You want to drill into it? Yeah.
I'm going to start walking around to the right-hand side.
Okay.
I see him do that. I'm going to go around to the left.
Okay. So we have one person drilling in. We have one person going to the right, one person going to the left. All right, Mr. Driller. Brawn sounds like a fun idea. Because you're using the brawn of the robot to drill in.
6 and 7.
2. So describe how you want to drill into it. Like what level? Like do you want to go like pretty much right where your drill is? Do you want to go high? Do you want to go low? Do you want to go into one of the glowing spots?
I do not want to go to one of the glowing spots. Going to a dark area, and I guess I will go like a little bit above shoulder height, eye level.
Okay. And just start drilling through.
Yeah.
As you start doing that, the crystalline lattice of the tower actually reaches out and starts to surround your arm. Like it's going to pull you.
I'm not like right next to it. I'm
Within 10 feet.
yeah.
My imagining is that you're standing right up next to it, like trying to center the beam as close as you can to try and get the full effect. So it's going into it, but then the structure comes up and surrounds the arm of your robot.
As soon as I start seeing it move, I'm gonna stop
Okay.
and jerk my arm away.
Okay. Go ahead and make a
I'm
problem.
no dummy.
Well, that's debatable.
2 for the face, so 10.
Alright. I rolled an 8. So you're able to get away, but you have now learned that the tower will react.
Mm-hmm.
Thorgar, go ahead and make a brains roll to see if you see anything interesting, like a door.
8.
I rolled a 9. There doesn't seem to be anything on your side
So
of the
don't
tower.
roll.
Ken, it is your turn to go ahead and check and see what's going on.
13.
Oh, 13 too. Reroll.
18.
That's crazy.
15. All right, you find an entrance.
There's a door.
Okay. I walk around to the door. Drilling wasn't working anyways. It was trying to grab me.
Well, that doesn't seem smart.
Well, I stopped as soon as it started to move.
Now, when he stopped, did it still have a protrusion sticking out towards him?
Oh yes.
Okay, so it didn't like reform?
No, and actually the protrusion starts following him, and as he walks along, it starts rippling along
I'm
the
gonna
bottom.
take a couple steps further away from the tower.
It grows out to meet you. It's starting to match up with where the joints are. You start seeing it split apart. The rippling hat splits apart and moves to where it looks like major joints in your robot's body would be, like arm joints, servos where your hips would be, that kind of thing.
Glad I'm still in the ship.
I move further away from this thing.
All of a sudden, you back into something and it hits against the back of your legs. And you can see a block has risen up behind you.
At least space anchor. Bye, guys.
Is this tied to anything?
Go ahead and roll brawn for jumping.
18.
18. 10.
13.
So you managed to jump, but you apparently have gone too far because it stops like shortly above where you jump. Because when you jump, you start floating up 5, 6, 7 feet, and it stops about 4 feet. So there's like 3 feet, but then you're starting to drift away from the surface.
We're all on the other side of the tower.
Yep.
Yep.
He hasn't said anything.
Nope.
He said that Drellick was
And
a
the
problem.
man has just finished popping popcorn and watching out the windshield. Is there another space anchor?
Where in line was I with the ship when I jumped?
Well, you hadn't been moving back away from... Like, you had walked in a straight line from the ship to the tower.
Yeah.
You had stayed on the side of the tower where the ship was.
Yeah.
But he's saying, or is he like to the front of the comet from the ship, or behind the ship, to the back of the comet?
He's towards the front of the comet.
Okay, so I can just hang out until the
Ship runs into?
the ship is in range.
That would splat you.
Well, I mean, it's my best shot at this point because no one's
Or
just gonna
turning
be
on
like
your gravity boots and getting attracted back down to the surface.
or attracted onto the ship. You know, I'll wait until I'm a fairly distance away from this thing before trying to land.
Anchor.
Okay.
Tremors style.
Yeah.
While you're thinking about your next action, Isaac, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey there, my name's Anthony, and I run an actual play podcast called Deep Fried Dice, where we play role-playing games. On Deep Fried Dice, we like to explore our imaginations and tell strange stories in alternate worlds, funny fantasies, and sort of epic fiction. Twice a week, we play games using genres and systems on the less traveled side of role-playing in the hopes of showing off the flexibility this hobby can provide. If you like tabletop games, bad jokes, and hearing stories, then come listen to us at www.deepfrieddice.com.
All right. So we'll go ahead and cut over to Ken and Thogar, our muscle men.
So he gets over to the door,
Mm-hmm.
and I get on comms. Isaac,
Headed back towards the ship.
What?
The tower was trying to eat me.
What?
If you walk around the backside, you'll see. I wouldn't advise it, though.
Is there a door that's unlocked, or is it a door?
It's just a door.
It's a hole.
It's a hole?
Yeah.
I'll walk in.
Do I lose him on radio?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're going in
Okay.
to do our job.
I just
Yeah.
lost Thogar. I just lost Thogar on radio.
I'm gonna be there as soon as I can. I just need to get away from it trying to eat me. Or at least disassemble my robot.
Ken walks in.
I lost radio contact with Ken. Let me recontact with you. I'm leaving.
I use my OmniWave communicator to see if I can get contact with
Go ahead and roll
Brains.
brains. Yeah, that makes no sense.
Is it OmniWave?
On the wave, yes.
Yes, it says OmniWave.
Because I have a Uniwave.
His is all yours. One.
Yeah. Uni.
Okay.
You've only got one channel. He's got the whole ride.
9.
18.
Gosh.
I hate that die.
It was working so well for me before.
That's a T12. That's the wrong kind.
It's the right kind.
I can roll my 24-sided die. All right. So you guys are going into the tower.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the fog is actually swirling around the tower. Like it's not just
Around the outside of it?
on the inside.
On the inside of it.
Yes, it's not like on the ground in there. It's like actually like
vortexing
Permeating.
along the walls.
just very slowly. It's just a slight tug that you can feel on the outside of your suit.
Can I sense their minds?
Go ahead and try.
Oh, it's your second one that you want to get, Johnny.
No. 18.
16. You sense something slight, but it seems to be twisting around.
So their minds just seems to be twisting around.
Oh, snap.
I would think that would be very weird.
You think?
That's all he does is think.
That's
So-
all I do. I'm like Professor Xavier.
Except paler.
Yes.
And not as useful.
Well, are there stairs that go up, stairs that go down, a common room? Like, what are we talking about geographically or topographically?
Just
Go ahead and roll brains to look around.
Okay.
I'm rolling too, because I'm looking.
Okay.
Observation.
Well,
11.
I rolled a 14 for one of you and a 10 for the other, so it evens out.
The other one fails.
oh, I failed,
Okay.
because I got a 6.
So you notice, like, as you're stepping through there, you're going slow, but you're sensing the ground, and all of a sudden you step on a part that just seems to go, and it sinks a little bit. But it's not like it's a fast drop or anything.
Is it slowing down or stopping?
It does stop after about a second of just like kind of.
Just kind of stand there for a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to tell Ken what just happened, that some sort of plate has just depressed into the ground.
Can we see the ground, or is the fog on the ground? And
Yes, the fog is pretty much all through the tower. It's actually making it very hard to see.
oh,
And that's kind
We
of
should stay
swirling
close.
around. All you can see is like a dim point of light from his shoulder,
I'll get one
shoulder
outside.
back.
can I see the floor, or is there too much fog for it to see the floor?
You might be able to see the floor if you kind of fan some of it away.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
20.
You succeed.
What do I notice?
You notice that the floor seems to be a uniform height, but where he's standing, it looks like he's on the corner of a square area. It doesn't look like a pressure plate. It looks more like a lift.
I think this goes down.
That's where we want to go, right?
Want to or need to?
Need to.
Also, I would, because I heard Moon Man say that he lost him on comms, so I said, I'm going to say, I think we don't have communication as well.
Go ahead and roll brain for me.
14.
16.
Brain roll for both of us or one of us?
Just him.
Okay.
All you hear is like the static over your radio wave. If you want to talk to him, you're going to have to press your helmets together.
Yeah, she lost radio communication with him.
Even with him. Okay. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to motion.
We have some hand gestures.
Yeah, I motioned down. I pointed down,
I motion okay.
and I stepped fully onto the plate.
Okay.
It goes up.
Yeah.
You sink into the large pipe, and then all of a sudden you see a flower with teeth. You collect 10 coins. Ding, 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 ding. And then you go out the other pipe. Which, that might make a fun RPG world.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, so you're heading down, and it's this shaft that is glowing purple, and it's following the same swirl as the atmosphere above. The gas.
The gases?
No, like the actual light on the wall is swirling around. So
Can we tell it's the light that's swirling around, or are we getting disoriented?
Go ahead and roll brain, both of you.
Don't ask questions like that.
Oh, I'm totally disoriented. Probably.
10.
11.
Well, I rolled an 8 and a 2, so you're so you're both okay. Although you first notice what's going on, and you're like, ugh. Thorgar, as you are descending further, you feel a slight creep up your leg.
I look down, just kind of, not casually, but not abruptly either.
It looks like part of the lattice that is making up the lift is forming around your boot. And if you look a little bit further, you can see that there is a drop of about 60 more feet.
Oh, Ilky. I'm going to...
Going down.
I'm going to turn off my gravity.
No lie, I was thinking of that before we got on the lift. So I see him do it, and I'm turning off my gravity boots too.
Okay, go ahead and I'm gonna roll brains for me, just to see it. I wish there was like a mechanics roll, like a,
Right, yeah.
and that's the only thing I can think of. Brains is using devices.
14.
Same.
I got a 19 for you
No.
and a 13. For
Gosh, come on.
you see what's happening with his left foot, and so you immediately turn yours off, but the motion seems to exacerbate the situation, and all of a sudden both of your feet are encased in lattice. It's like Lego bricks
Like Iron
clicking
Man.
into place, like on top of themselves.
Replicators.
Yeah, like Stargate replicators.
No, thank you.
Exactly.
For you, Thorgar, one foot is still stuck, and I will fully allow you to swing your own axe at it. But your other foot is free. While you are trying to figure that out, let's go ahead and cut back to
The mystical drifting robot.
Isaac and the floating robot. It sounds like it should be a Miyazaki movie. So what have you decided to do?
Well, now that I'm a fairly distance away, I'm going to turn on my gravity boots
Okay.
and get back down to the surface of either the ship or the rock, whichever I'm closer to at the moment.
Are you about to have a Titanfall moment?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Go ahead and roll brains.
6 and 9.
12. You manage to succeed in turning on your grav boots, and it hits the ice, but you do get knocked down. You
You hit it hard.
You weren't expecting
So shouldn't I have rolled my brawn instead of my brains?
your brains to use a mechanical device. Like if your robot was trying to smash through something or use the cutter, then it would have been brawn.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna take my time getting back up.
Okay. So when you stand back up, do you notice anything different about the ice?
The glowing purple color has turned into a pulsating purple color.
Okay.
Ooh. Do I notice anything different on the radio?
Go ahead and roll brain for that. 14. I rolled a 13. So you don't notice anything different on the radio, but the spectrograph has changed. There is no longer no static. There is only
Okay.
up and down on the signal. Where you landed, all of the ice, instead of like the glowing lambent purple, it's like you said, it was like a kind of a pulsing now. And that pulsing is going out in a circle around your feet, like where your feet hit the surface.
Or like it felt it, and it's like
Ouchie!
the way that the pain nerves pulsate away from an injury.
Yeah. And you notice that you're starting to slowly sink into the ice.
Okay. I'm gonna start like clawing at it to see what that does.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Brawn.
5, 9,
14. 17.
Gosh.
It starts pulling you in faster.
I want to try to connect to the psychic gem that's in his suit.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Dr. Doom does stuff. Brainiac 5.
11.
12.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the storage compartment where the gem is stored is below the level of the ice.
Ah.
Something is grabbing my foot, says the robot.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
No, not ice. Hands.
Hands.
Hands. And then you start moving into the ice even faster than before.
I don't know what to tell you. We just gotta see what happens once we're through the ice.
Well then. I don't know how I'm going to pilot and shoot at the same time, but...
Someone's thinking of abandoning his friends?
As far as I know, they're all dead. There's no radio contact at all.
I know one crew member that will be.
When you finally break through the surface of the ice, you fall into a cavern. And there is what looks like a lizard man. It looks like a frilled iguana almost. That's bipedal. Yeah, Murloc from World of Warcraft. But taller. They are wearing loincloths. It looks like the atmosphere inside wherever you are suits them well enough that they can actually breathe just fine. And you actually see two of them. They're very brutish. They are very angry looking. And I think they might want to add you to the dinner pot if they can crack open your hard shell.
Well, I ready my claw and my laser.
Okay. And with that, we're going to cut back to Thorgar and Ken.
Trapped on the platform.
Trapped on the platform. One of you is floating, though.
No, he's got
Yeah, 1 foot.
And you're pretty much locked into place.
both feet. Yeah.
It does not look good. You know, you seem to be in a very sticky situation.
Didn't I say it was all sticky?
Ew, so sticky.
As you reach the bottom, it looks like you are in a large vaulted area. Like the inside of the comet has actually been hollowed out. And there are two of the previously described lizard men.
Do they look like this?
They are Uth. Thorgar, when was the last time you had the pleasure of seeing Uth?
I myself battled some during a kind of a trial of passage of my childhood, where we went into the Martian Badlands. I mean, it was supposed to be like kind of a controlled thing, you know, a little journey of wisdom and manhood kind of thing. And my brother and I actually came upon a small band of them that had been raiding frontier outposts for a while. And that is why I carry a comb made of Uth bone in my equipment.
Now,
Because we were captured by them and managed to fight our way free and killed every last one of them.
now are the Uth
Not just the men, but the women.
are they natural?
Children, too.
Are they natural to Mars, or were they from somewhere else?
That I'm aware of, they're from somewhere else.
Okay. How long have they been sending people to Mars?
There have only been 2 other sightings on Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we were not expecting to find them. Had the elders known they were there, we probably wouldn't have even gone. I guess more of a tradition, you know, kind of thing.
Right. So now that you see those two, well, it's a good thing to be a moon man, because you start hearing like a scrabbling on the outside of the spaceship.
Near the cockpit where I am, or just...
It sounds like it's someone's climbing up the ladder that's bolted on the outside.
Well, I activate the camera that's there.
Okay. And you see Uth in spacesuits.
Space Uth.
Uth suits.
Uth suits. Just one, though.
Just one. Electrify hull.
I will let you spend a plot point to have that be an option.
Done and done.
All right.
I shock it.
You shock the. Go ahead and.
Does it also shock the
Ground?
comet? Yeah.
Well, it doesn't.
It's only on the hull, it's not on the legs.
No, Jeff.
I'm just asking.
Jeff, it's only on the hull, not on the legs.
But the space anchor has a metal monofilament fiber that could conduct electricity.
It's your fault.
I was curious.
I will cut that tether and leave.
I couldn't stop the question.
So when we're rolling.
I'd say
You'll find
brains.
Brains?
Yeah, that makes sense. Planet.
13. Or 23, rather.
I am going to spend a plot point because every time you spend a plot point, I get one.
Right.
So I have a nice little pile here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
You notice that from the base of the spaceship, where the space anchor has anchored the ship, that was redundant. But you've noticed that instead of the purple glow, all of a sudden, like red bullseyes are spreading, and the whole planet is turning red. And where all of you are,
Y'all are dead.
Is it turning red?
yes.
I'm about to blow this place.
This is where I'm gonna channel my Peter Quill and turn on my Walkman and get some good fighting music going on here.
Everybody was coming for fighting.
All right, but we are going to go ahead and wrap up this episode, and then when we come back, we'll see how the rest of the game goes. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, Mike, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook and Google+. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.